Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 5, Episode 11. So, you guys, your girl is back. Yes, it's been a long week. It's been a challenging week. For those of you guys who don't know, I think I tried to make sure that I put it on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram that I had been admitted into the hospital through the week off. You know, my live was supposed to be Thursday. Like, everything was kind of in shambles. But anyway, I'm back, you guys. I'm home. I am better and I am going to be fine. I am going to talk about it in the top of the blogs because I know more people watch that video. And I don't want to have to say it twice. But it's nothing. Y'all, I'm not going to die or anything like that. I'm going to be fine. It's some stuff that I'm going to have to do. But other than that, we'll talk all about it on Tuesday. You guys make sure that you tune in for the live on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Actually, it works out okay because I was going to skip top of the blogs this week since it was Thanksgiving. But I guess I just skipped it last week and we'll do it this week. So looking forward to doing it with you guys there. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. I got out of the hospital on Thursday and I've just been trying to just take a break, just log on to Instagram every now and then. But other than that, I haven't really been on social media, just trying to get some rest. Much needed rest. And so here we are. So that's that, you guys. Like I said, we'll talk about it on top of the blogs. I hope you guys are all going to be there. Please be there because I need my views, child, because the last week fucked up my money so bad. I can't even tell you how bad it was. So anyway, with no more further ado, let's get to the review, shall we? Okay, so we're going to do it a little bit out of order because the majority of the show was about the trip. So let's start with Destiny. So we see Destiny, she's at her home and she is talking to her cousin Demi. Remember, Demi was the one that went with her to the peace party to have her back. Okay, because I guess she thought that Mel was going to get him up or something. Anyway, they are talking about a collaboration because apparently Demi has a makeup line. And since Destiny is I was like, Destiny got all these people around her that's doing what she wants to do. And like, why is she having such a hard time? I mean, I guess it's not easy getting the beauty supply thing, the stores off of the ground, especially if it's a black one and, you're trying to do it all on your own. But yeah, she's got all of the people. So anyway, her and Demi are going to do a collaboration. So Demi is showing her the makeup, the lip glosses, the colors, all of that. Cousin is saying that she thinks the collaboration should be 90s inspired. And Destiny says, yeah, she thinks that's a good idea. And, once they get it off the ground, they're going to have like a launch party or whatever. And they're going to invite all the girls. Okay, everybody that was at Stormy's peace party. And Demi was like, you think they'll all come? And she was just like, yeah, I actually do think they'll come. So this is when we find out that Demi actually has been knowing the group for a long time, okay? Like Destiny, Demi went to high school with Martell, so she's known Martell for a long time. She did Mel's makeup for her wedding, child. It is a super family affair on this show. Everybody was involved in some sort of which kind of way, wasn't they? Anyway, she did her makeup for the wedding, and she's done Kimmy's makeup before. She's done Tiffany's makeup before. She recently met Letitia, so she knows everybody. She's familiar. So she's telling Destiny how much she enjoyed the party. She just needed to get there, kind of just see what was happening, making sure that she has her cousins back. But what she did agree with was the fact that Mel said, sometimes you just got to let people be comfortable with not being friends, okay? As long as they're not fighting with each other and at each other's throat all the time, sometimes it's just normal. Some friends outgrow each other. Some friends don't hang no more. Some people don't keep in contact, like all of that. So you're going to have to call a friendship whatever it is. And even if that's calling the friendship over, it is what it is. Destiny tells her how she and Mel recently spoke, that she had invited Mel to her photo shoot. And, she was like, oh, okay, how did that go? And Destiny tells her, well, she feels like they're at a place where, they're able to be amicable with each other. If they see each other, they can say, hey, they ain't gonna be the ace boom coons that they once were. even though Demi seems to believe that Destiny is bothered about it. And Destiny was like, no, not really. And I was just like, girl, we sure couldn't tell. But Destiny says that the friendship that they once had when they were really close with each other, she knows that that is the friendship that they will never have again. And Demi said, so you're saying that if Mel came up to you and was like, Destiny, I really want to work on the friendship, let's try to get it back where we were, what would you say? And Destiny said she would say no. Okay, she would rather keep Mel at arm's distance, which actually works out because I think Mel wants to keep Destiny at arm's distance. I don't know if this is maybe Destiny just saying that because Mel has already made it clear that she doesn't want to be any more than just amicable with each other. But whatever it is, Destiny says no. That ship has sailed. That plane has taken off. The friendship, what it was, will not be again. I was like, well, girl, you better pony up and become friends with somebody else on this show, because what you gonna do? You don't really have a relationship with any of the other girls. It doesn't even feel really authentic whenever we see the two, Destiny with other people. So I don't know, but I was just like, you can't just be friends with the producer. How you gonna shoot scenes if you don't get along with the main folk? Now, jumping over to Kimmy. So Kimmy and Maurice are in the car, and apparently they have just had her first chemo treatment. So I guess it's a couple of weeks later, and they've made all the arrangements, did all of the checks. Kimmy said, thank God that they did do a PET scan, and they were able to see that there was no more cancer and it hadn't spread to anywhere else in her body. So that's a good thing. But so now they're just focusing on the treatment. So she has 16 chemotherapy treatments. She's going to have surgery. She's going to have radiation. So we finally got the ball rolling. Kimmy says that her brain has just been all over the place, which is many people that have had cancer will tell you the exact same thing. When they found out that they had cancer, it was like they didn't hear nothing else after the doctor told them that. And I'm sure it takes a toll on your mental for sure, So she said that she's trying to stay realistic. I'm sure the fact with her being a nurse and having nurse friends and all of that, I mean, she's pretty sure what it is. And she actually could appreciate the fact that the doctor was blunt and pretty matter of fact, which another thing that I've noticed with most cancer doctors are pretty matter of fact, because I mean, there is no, you don't do anybody any good by painting rainbows for them, when the reality is that, you are fighting a potentially deadly, disease. So she said that the doctor told her there's nothing good about having triple negative breast cancer. You are going to be in for a fight. And, she's just trying to make sure that she stays in that positive space to do the fight. And, because again, they also will tell you that you've got to try to stay positive, because any negative thoughts brings down your mood and your depression, and that definitely doesn't help as well. So she's trying to gather all of this and keep it together. Maurice is telling her that he's just glad that they finally got the ball rolling, because, when you are getting the test and waiting on results and, waiting to get scheduled for this, and it can be very, very nerve-wracking. Just me being in the hospital for a couple of days, I was just like, what is taking so long for y'all to tell me what is going on? Like, so I can imagine, and hers is way more serious than what I have going on. So I'm not comparing that, but I'm just saying, like, yes, it can be nerve wracking and all of that. So Maurice is very happy that, they were able to finally get started, so that they're just this much closer to it being at the end, and she can ring the bell and it can all be done. So they get home, and when they go in the door, her family is all there. Apparently her parents moved to Huntsville You know, they're older, retirement age and up, seniors for sure. And she had convinced her parents to move to Huntsville so she can take care of them. It just so turned out that all of this lined up at the time when she found out that she had breast cancer, and her parents were going to be there, but now her mom is most likely going to have to be helping her instead of vice versa. So she's feeling bad about that. Like, this is not the natural, you know, cycle of life. But it happens that way sometimes. Just be glad that you have a mother and a father that are still there, you know, that can try to help you. She said that she's, you know, concerned about Jalen. He doesn't really show his emotions that much, but she says she knew that when she told him that she had breast cancer, she could physically see that he was broken, you know, and it's hard for him. It's hard for Maurice because she knows that Maurice, like most men, are fixers. They find out what the problem is, and their very first course of action is trying to get it resolved. And some things you just cannot fix, you know. And so she knows that this is going to be hard for Maurice as well. Everybody involved is just going to be very difficult, but she's trying to keep her mind, you know, positive. So she hasn't told anybody other than her close family. And of course, Letitia, she hasn't told the comeback group because she was, like I said, trying to wait until she got all of every information. Maurice's job has been to kind of filter or be the buffer between her and her friends when she has to tell the story. You know, you do get tired of telling the story over and over and over again. What's wrong with you? All the questions people have, some things you don't have answers for. It's frustrating. It's scary, you know, and people's emotions can make you go to a different place. So I think that, you know, she's just let Maurice be the one to kind of talk to the people and just so that she doesn't have to deal with that. So, you know, Kimmy's in for a fight. So far we see her in social media. She still looks good. She still looks like she's fighting and she's having her therapy, and she seems very positive and all, though I know it's very hard. And we only see it from a social media standpoint, but you know, our prayers are just going to be up still for Kimmy. Hopefully she can come through this and be on the other side cancer-free. All right, you guys, so let's jump over to Mel and them. So apparently Stormy, remember she told Tiffany that she wanted her, of all people, to star in her commercial for her Canvas beauty products. So she's having the shoot that day, and Mel decides to come. You know, they all see, hey girl, oh my God, you look so good, look at you, hey girl, hey Tiffany girl, you look good too, oh my God. You know, we always got to go through all that. So they sit down and they talk, and Tiffany was like, I haven't seen you since the peace party. And, you know, how have you been? And Mel's like, I've been great. You know, then she tells Stormy, you know, Stormy, I just wanted to tell you, good job at the peace party. Everything was really, really nice. You know, exactly how you wanted it, like you manifested it. I said, yes, of course she did. And Stormy was very proud that her manifestation came to fruition. She said it was exactly what she wanted, even though I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess there was some things that they were able to straighten out, mostly Mel and Destiny, but okay. We'll take it. Mel was just like, it was so amazing to the point that Destiny invited me to a photo shoot. And they was all like, what? Yes. And guess what? Mel went. They was like, girl, you lying. And what happened at this photo shoot? You know, Mel. Well, you know, I just came there, you know, and I helped her out with the photo shoot, you know, told her some things that how she need to pose and things. You know, we talked for a second and then I left. I wasn't there that long. Tiffany was like, well, it's a big deal. You know, you took your time out of your busy schedule to go over there and actually talk to Destiny with everything that's happened. You know, it's clear you guys have invested way too much time into your friendship for it to just, you know, be thrown out of the window. Like, so maybe this is a good thing. Mel was just like, no, we just talked about being cordial with each other. You know, it's frustrating to have people force you to be friends with people that you have literally cut off. Okay. Mel don't understand why everybody is this, you know, gung-ho about her and Destiny being besties again. It's not going to happen. She said, people try to make you make up, but really it's okay to just walk away from the friendship. So enough about Destiny. Mel said that she thinks it's important that the kids have normalcy in their lives. So they're going to Destin because she's always taking them on vacations. She go to Opryland. She goes to Destin. She likes to take the kids and all of that. So they have a trip coming up, and they're going. And she has invited Martell and his mother. Child, you should have seen Stormy and Tiffany's face. They was like, girl, what? And Stormy was like, now what made you do this? And, Tiffany was like, well, because she wants to prioritize her children and make sure that her children have, some normalcy. So she's trying to keep things the same as they've always been. Okay. That she wants her kids to be normal and in a positive environment, and Stormy was like, okay, that's what she said about, what made you invite Martell and the mama? Okay, that's what Stormy want to know. And while Tiffany and Stormy was going back and forth, Mel was just looking between the two of them like a damn tennis. She was watching a tennis match, and then she was just like, "All right." Like, y'all doing a whole lot. The peace that I have within me that even I don't understand. I'm at a place that when you are really happy, like truly for real happy, let me tell y'all something. It don't matter what other people got going on. I don't let it disturb me, because at this point it's been 2 years. Okay, so a little bit of growth, right? And to be honest, Martell has shown some growth too. Okay, so we doing this. Now, Stormy, just like the men had told Martell, Stormy is concerned, like, do you think that the kids are going to, want you guys to get back together or think that you guys are getting back together? And Mel, to me, kind of blindly says no. All right. I don't know if the kids are just really banking on them being back together, but you got to know that deep down inside, all kids want their kids to be together. I mean, their parents to be together. I would say 95% of the kids at that age who don't really understand all the ins and outs of why you might have gotten a divorce, they probably would want you to be back together. Okay. But Mel was just like, what people don't understand is my kids are really mature. My kids have been through a lot, and, I do talk to them. That's what a lot of people say. These kids are really mature. Okay, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Kids at that age should not be mature. Kids should be allowed to be kids, but they have been through a lot and they have seen a lot, unfortunately, because of the show and because of social media and everything else. So they've been exposed. So, I do understand what Mel is saying. Okay. I was just like, yeah, it definitely needs to be a conversation had to make sure that you reiterate over and over to the children that we are not getting together. This is just a trip so that the family can still be together and you guys can still have positive experiences. And she said that she will have that conversation with them, so they should be fine. But Mel was just like, let me be very clear. I hope that, when you give Martell an inch, he try to take a mile. Martell, he always be sending me pictures of us as a family and whatnot. I hope he don't start doing that. So hopefully all the things goes well, and, we'll just have to see how the trip goes. So the trip is coming up, and we see Mel at home, and she's packing, and she was just like, Destiny is a favorite vacation spot for the kids. And me too. I'm not gonna lie, I love going to Destin. So I'm excited about the kids to see us all together in one spot, at the same time, and hopefully having a good time. So she's talking to her mom, Vanessa, and asking her about the trip. Vanessa, I'm really looking forward to going out. It should be a really good time. Okay. Well, Mel tells her that she's invited Martell and his mama, and you guys, the music. It's always that damn... when shit go a little left, right? Vanessa was a concern. I haven't spoken to her since the divorce. Okay, well, now's going to be your chance, Miss Vanessa. Mel tells her that they did go out and they did speak and they both was able to get whatever they had to get off of their chest, and so they're better now. They're in a good space, and she thinks that this is just going to be good for the family as a whole. And Vanessa was just like, well, maybe I'll be able to have a conversation with her too and clear the air. Okay, so that everybody can be happy again. I think Martell's mama's going to be fine either way. We can be friends or we can not be friends, and she's going to be good. And probably Miss Vanessa's that way too. So, it's fine. So anyway, Vanessa was like, so do the kids know that Martell and the mom is coming? And she was just like, yeah, I told him. I let him know. Okay. Well, cool. That's good. And so everybody's in place. Everybody knows what's what. Okay.
Okay, so what happened here was I had the bacon in the microwave on the plate, and then it just cracked in the microwave.
Did you put a towel on it? On the thing? When you make bacon, you have to have a towel on the plate.
Talking about underneath the bacon?
Yes.
Well, you learn something new every day.
So you didn't broke one of my plates.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it though. It's not like I dropped it or nothing like that. It just happened!
So Miss Vanessa was just like, so are you planning on having a conversation with him about some things? And Mel was just like, no, I don't want to have no conversations about nothing too serious, because I don't want to have to trigger anything. I just want to go and make sure that the kids see us in a positive light and have a good time. Like Mel says, she knows that even though you could be having a good time, everything could be positive and all that, within a split second, that shit can flip so fast. And next thing you know, it's in a big fight. She's not trying to go there. Let's just keep everything very surface, very, very positive, and let's have a good time for the kids. Now we see Martell at the same time. He's packing, and, his mom comes over. Hey, son. Okay, how you doing? Are you ready to go? Martell says, yes, he is. Are you a little nervous, Martell? Well, yes, I am nervous. I'm excited, but I'm definitely nervous. It's the first time that we've all been together with the kids, and I know what to expect, but I don't know what to expect. And she was just like, well, you know how it is. It's all about the kids. As long as the kids having a good time, that's all that matters. And he was just like, well, it is about the kids, but it is about me and Mel too. Me and Mel have been through a lot together. It's been a long 2 years, but we're trying to be in a better place for the kids. So then he starts telling her how he had met with his boys and how they were telling him that, he was possibly giving the kids false hope about him and Mel being back together. Ask his mom, what does she think about that? And of course, what does she always say? Well, it's about the kids. You just do what you do, and that's all that matters. It's you and Mel. Y'all make sure that the kids is good. It's the kids. And then Martell gonna go tell us in the confessional, I would love for the kids to be hopeful because, at the end of the day, we don't know where God is going to take us. To be real, we don't know if we will ever get back together. I said, listen, I'm not sure if your God and Mel's God is the same God. What God might be telling you, I'm about positive he ain't telling Mel that. It's at least not right now. Okay, baby, this shit is still too fresh. Mel ain't got no intentions of getting back together with you. We always knew that Martell did not want to get a divorce. Martell wants his family and all of that. So I think Martell is just as hopeful. People worried about them damn kids, and really you need to be worried about the damn daddy. Because Martell seems to kind of have stars in his eyes with all of this, okay? And so, I would put a bet on the fact that God ain't told Mel that you guys might end up back together in the future. So, but that's just me. So anyway, we see Mel. She's in the car with the kids, Oh, you guys, are y'all excited about the trip? They all like, yes. Okay, they can't wait to go. And, the kids are saying they can't wait to see their dad in his flower shorts and, all of that. So she's asking them questions about their memories of different trips that they've been on. And then she was just like, my kids, they have a whole bunch of questions. They ask a whole bunch of questions all the time. They want to know how much longer, when we gonna get there, where we staying, what we gonna be eating, a whole bunch of questions. But she wants to make sure that the kids have a balanced child. They done said it a million times. We got the point, okay? You guys are doing this for the kids. We got it, y'all. I promise you we do. So anyway, they get to the place and, this is real nice. Oh my God, look at this. Ooh, this nice. Look at that. Oh, come on, let's look at the rooms. Oh, the rooms is nice too. Oh, sugar mama, your room is my room. My room is your room, sugar mama. We gonna be in the room. Everybody was excited. The house was very, very nice from what we could see. It was very nice. Okay. Martell and his mom get there right after they do. And, Martell was nice enough to bring Mel her favorite snack. Okay, it looked like it might have been Crunch and Munch. She was just like, it wasn't exactly the right one, but I thought it was really nice of Martell to bring my snack. So we starting off on a good foot, okay? Mama there, they hug, her and Martell, everybody, the kids, we all happy, one big happy family. So she tells the kids, it's going to be a lot to do. We going to go out, we going to go-kart riding, we going to go to the beach. We gonna have game night and everything. I brought the games. I have chefs coming to cook, so they gonna cook breakfast and dinner for us. So everybody can just enjoy themselves. All right. So they enjoy in the house and they go out and they look at the view and they can see the water. And Martell's mom's like, ooh, this real nice. This nice. Everybody is beautiful. Okay. Mel ordered pizza and wings, and of course the order isn't right. She was just like, what is this? I don't see no lemon pepper on here, just plain wings. Okay, then she goes and looks at the pizza. They done messed up the pizza too. They done messed up my whole order. Okay, Martell coming there like, what's the problem? And she was just like, well, you know how you like your pizza. You like pepperoni and sausage, right? Well, I did order pepperoni and sausage. They just gonna put pepperoni on there. Martell was like, don't worry about it. I can just eat pepperoni. Okay. And you know how you like your lemon pepper wings? Well, all they had was plain wings. Martell don't matter. All he knows is he there with his male and his kids and his mother-in-law and his mama, and they one big happy family like it was back in the day. Martell is gonna be just fine. Like Martell said, this thing is pretty cool. That I brought Mel her favorite snack, and she ordered me my favorite food. It was kind of remind me of old times. I was just like, watch yourself, Martell. He loves it. And the kids was like, one of the daughters was like, Mom, Dad, look, y'all both wearing white. Okay. And Mel was just like, well, don't get it twisted. Honey, he was not in my closet. He was nowhere near my house. We did not plan to wear white together. Okay. It just happened to be old Coinky Dink. So Mel was just like, Martell, can I talk to you for a second? I just want to show you the sleeping arrangements. He was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, so she take him upstairs. Okay, so I just wanted to show you, this is where the kids' rooms is going to be down there. And me and my mom, we going to be over here this way. We going to be here. And then you and your mama going to be upstairs. And he was just like, I want to sleep on the same floor as the kids. And she was just like, nigga, you gonna be just one floor up above. We in the same house under the same roof. Okay, it's bunk beds for the kids. Where you guys gonna sleep? I got rooms set up here for you and your mama. This is gonna be a perfect little setup. Please don't be difficult about this, okay? And Martell is not, okay? Because damn it, if he can be in the same house with Mel, then that's what it's gonna be. He's still excited. Mel was just like, baby, just enjoy this free trip, honey. Okay, because Martell ain't put a dime in on it, and she let us know that a couple of times. So after she shows them all the arrangements, they're back in her room, and she was just like, so how do you feel about the whole thing? Martell was just like, I'm looking forward to the next few days. Okay, and she was just like, I just want to make sure that everybody's energy stays in the right spot. And Martell was like, well, I don't see why it wouldn't. And she was just like, well, you don't never understand how things can go from being really good to the next thing you know, it goes real bad. And Martell was like, well, I think it's going to be just fine. Okay. And she was just like, okay, well, if you say so. All right, go on and get out of my room. Okay, go on, that's enough. Go on and close the door behind you. And he was like, well, I don't want to stay in this goddamn room anyway. Okay, you in here with this room, it's all crispy white. You want Martell to come back later or whatever he said. And she was just like, nah, nigga, get out of my room. Let me close this door. Okay, like Mel said. Martell sending all these subliminal messages, these signals, the flirtationnesses, all of that, he can cut it out. It's a no, it's not gonna happen. We not getting back together. We not sleeping in the same room. We not sleeping in the same bed. We ain't holding no hands. We not together. None of that. Okay, bitch, get it clear. This is just what y'all seeing. That's it. Okay, but Martell goes back and he's talking to his mom. And again, he's telling his mom, it feels like old times. I was looking at our old vacation pictures, one time when we was out here in Destin when we went bike riding. Okay, and we see the pictures. This is when it was just 3 kids, them on the little bike trail, but Martell just like, I just love the kids, that the kids are still the kids, and I want them to be hopeful. Hell, I'm hopeful. I said, nigga, hopeful for what? I know good and damn well you not sitting up there hoping that this trip was gonna mean that you and Mel was on the path back to each other. You shouldn't even be having your mindset on that, Martell. We'll see what the future has in store for us, but for now, we're just going to have a good time. I was just like, baby, I can tell you what the future has, at least the close future. It ain't happening, bruh. The kids are excited as well, and they say that, it's good to see them getting along, and Mel was just like, well, I just want y'all to understand that we are getting along for you guys and making sure that you guys can, stay positive and understand this don't mean that we're getting back together. Because we're not. But I want us to all be together again like we used to. Okay, that's all this is. You're going to have to keep on telling the kids that and reminding them that, because the kids definitely have, it's going to be difficult too, because with Martell kind of wanting the kids to be hopeful and Mel trying to make it clear that it's not, they still not quite on the same page. All right, you guys, let me go. Get off of here. Again, I will see you all on Tuesday. I still got to do Real Housewives of Potomac tomorrow, but then on Tuesday, hook a crook, y'all. This shit is happening for sure. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Please, you guys all tune in. I can't wait to share and spend time with you guys and talk about the gossip, and probably gonna have a cute little Q&A session or whatever. All of that. Okay, but let me get off of here and get my Sunday going. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.